Okay, so I just got done watching the little video by Hoover. As far as I think he got the title, "Do You Hear What I Hear?" So I'm gonna play a clip from the little video. Hopefully, he ain't got a problem with it. Let him know whatever. But the point I think he was trying to make with the video is that the Las Vegas police, while they were inside the Mandalay Bay, um, they couldn't hear, or at least it didn't sound like, from their body cam mics, that they could probably hear the same thing that was going on the outside. So I mean, I think he did a good job kind of making that point. As far as them not hearing the same thing. So, but one thing I noticed when watching it is not what I heard, but what I saw. And in this video, he kind of got a lot going on because he going back and forth between two different footages that he synced up, and I'm just kind of explaining that for those that don't really know. But he got a couple of videos that he got synced up, and so he kind of going back and forth between the audio just to prove the point that the officers inside of the, like I said, inside of the hotel, they couldn't hear what was going on, or it didn't sound like it was shooting coming from the inside. So I'm gonna just show y'all something that I noticed, as far as what I saw and what I didn't see. And because it's a lot going on, I'm gonna play this once. Like I said, hopefully be cool with it. Then I'm gonna show you what I noticed, and I think it's just pretty much kind of like a closed case as far as that narrative that's been put out there. All right, check this out.
That is correct. It's full on that car. I'm right forward.
Multiple GSWs to the chest, legs, cerebral arteries, and the medical check. At the medical check, 4A. Muscle guile, self, of 751 and there's a flashing coming up from about the way up. Consider child never there. Control, we need all units now coming northbound on Las Vegas Boulevard because he's shooting.
All right, just real quick. Y'all could hear him say like, saw some flash in a third of the way up. All right, so let me let y'all peep this. All right, check this out.
Carol, I don't know who you are. Move. Jesus Christ. You want help? Dude, don't fucking, you know better than that. I'm just saying, you help. Who the fuck you are? I just showed you my cred. That's fine. I don't know who you are. Keep moving. Keep moving. Hey. Let's go.
Let's go with the dude with the fucking AR.
On me. Let's go. Sounds like it's going out over here.
Fuck, man. Jeez.
All right, now that went by kind of quick. So, like I said, it was something that I saw, but in order to see it, you're gonna have to go to your little option. You may have to full screen it, but they let you on the settings slow the speed down. So, I want y'all to take a look at this with the speed slowed down about halfway. So, I remember y'all seen the guy walking through the parking lot, Belzerian, I think that's his name. But all right, y'all heard the gunshots. Now, okay, besides what y'all heard, let's really go by what y'all see. Because remember, it's a lot going on. It's a little screen down here showing the inside, and it's a lot going on out there, um, outside of the hotel. But I'm gonna point it out. Now check this out. Let's see. Go back a little bit. All right, now check this out. All right, I just decided to pause it right there because y'all can go back and watch this yourself. But as you notice, the gunfire is going off, and from the location of the 32nd floor, you don't see nothing coming out of that window. So now I could be wrong with where it's located at, but I'm about for sure I'm looking at the side where this guy was supposedly firing out of the out of the window. So I'm gonna let this play now. Just check it out. All right, now I'm gonna leave it at that. And it's another time where they um show this guy Bilzerian running past this place, and you can slow it down there. It's a little bit earlier in this video, but let's see if I may happen to find it real quick, just so y'all can see this in slow motion. Because sometimes, it's easy to miss things when it's a whole bunch going on the screen for your eyes to be looking at. Now, on this part I'm about to show y'all, Hoover be pointing out, the helicopter, which, I don't, it could be that y'all can see the helicopter, but um, actually seeing some gunfire coming from that helicopter, it's a little difficult. But I think this little clip will make it, pretty much evident that ain't nothing being fired out that window. And I think this is probably between 10 and 10:13 p.m. So, all right, check this out. I'm gonna run it in slow mo.
Center towards the casino. Holy fuck.
I'm running it slow, but here we go. Check it out.
Your snaps. That means it's coming by.
So I think that made it kind of evident that as far as what the narrative is, once it's kind of slowed down and looked at, you know, as well as once we listen. I mean, it's obvious, but they know the trick that if they just keep repeating a lie over and over and over, then people are bad. But so I just happen to want to just share that what I happen to notice on this video. So slow some of those videos down, simplify them a little bit, and and it's right there. But maybe you guys touch in again because I've been kind of following this case, and that guy Campos, psh, I mean, he the last guy that supposedly seen Paddock or had an interaction with Paddock before he died, and everything he says, I would think, has to be questioned, being that he initially said he got shot, and he didn't get shot for those that's been paying attention. And then they even tried to cover and say something about a pellet gun, like, or he got shot with a pellet. Like, who would have all that arsenal and have a pellet gun and fire it? But all right, y'all. Yeah, that's just something I peep. Peace.